Tom Hastings has been carrying out protected species surveys for over 12 years as a countryside ranger, consultant ecologist and a bat worker for the Scottish National Heritage. He now runs a wildlife consultancy called Amanita.
We're here to do some bat surveys for development to make sure that there's no bat roosts in these trees which are going to have to be felled. If we do find bat roosts, then we shall have to get a licence from the Scottish Government before we can do any further work on it. We'll stand here, and there's 4 of us. There's myself at this end and other people around this small woodland, and we'll be looking for bats coming out just after dusk and then going back into the woodland at dawn. And if we get either of those, it's an indication that there's a bat roost in the woodland there, and we'll have to do further surveys if that's the case. Probably we'll only find the pipistrelle bats. We've got 3 species of pipistrelle in Britain: the common pipistrelle, the soprano pipistrelle, and a very rare one called Methusias pipistrelle. But we know from surveys that we've done already that in this site we get both common pipistrelles and soprano pipistrelles. I doubt very much if we'll actually find any other species of bat, just the 2. Bats throughout the United Kingdom are in decline. They have been in decline now for since records started, due mainly to people cutting down places like this where they stay, or other sort of human-induced problems. So this is why it's very important to do this. Bats are very, very tightly controlled legally. The reason being that if you are doing some sort of work, if you need to do some sort of work, that the needs of the bats are taken into account to try and stop this decline. Worldwide, 1 in 4 mammal species is a bat. 1 in 5. So worldwide they have a huge effect on ecosystems. Fruit bats, for instance, are the prime seed dispersers and pollinators for a lot of plants which humans find really useful, like vanilla and banana, mango, stuff like that. In Britain though, all our bats are insect eaters, so they play a huge part in keeping pest insects down, especially the pipistrelle bats, which eat midges, which are flying under my head just now. One small pipistrelle, which is about the size of the last joint of my thumb, will eat 3,000 midges every night. And there's always more midges than there are bats, unfortunately.